Into anarchy is the biggest concern that we have today with what we've seen in Nairobi. This is still Morning Cafe. My name is Freddy Ndimuli and I'm still in studio with Mwalimu Wilson Sossion, Dr. Peter Mbaye and Ngunjiri Wambugu. And the question still is about political control over the back must stop somewhere. Allowing what happened in Nairobi to continue, we may question the governor or his intentions or his politics. But there's also a political cost above the level of governor. When the president allows this to happen, he's in charge of all security agencies and everything in this country. There must be a political cost to it. Don't you think that also the president needs to take blame for what we're seeing?
One, the president does not convene demonstrations. That is one. And whoever is convening these demonstrations is not known. These are demonstrations without leaders, and they end up being violent. At the end of the day, you are very sure there will be destruction of property, there will be looting, and that is where you put the police in a very complicated position. That then sometimes, in violent demonstrations, the police automatically will be forced to use extra lethal force. That goes without saying. But then when we look at let's focus on the militias, because when you call for a demonstration in the city, it becomes an activity of interest of all groups, including criminal gangs. And I call them criminal gangs because these gangs exist. They're not legit, but it's real. The politics of Nairobi cannot be done without militias. And that's a fact for sure. And I've experienced it as SG one time.
When you say that,
yes, I'm coming to that.
I'm talking about the level of insecurity at the national level. The president, his position also, he chairs the National Security Council. When the headlines are saying we are descending into anarchy, it's not just about Nairobi.
You know, if you want me to discuss the National Security Council, that is above my pay grade. But I think if we discuss exactly what is happening within Nairobi and within our cities, not only Nairobi, just allow me, Fred, because you raised it, within Nairobi and within our cities, in terms of running out of control and the existence of militias, it's a complex thing that has existed over the past regimes. When we had Mwingikis were created politically through political groupings, political social groupings. And over time, Jeshi la Mzee, Gumo and the rest. And I have had experience of facing goons who were hired to evict me out of KNUT one time. And when I approached the county police boss, he was even unable to enforce a court order because he doesn't have a strategic way of dealing with goons. And I had to also get my own team to flush out the others. And I realized Nairobi is complex. That's the truth. And so
when he had to get his own
that
team
is a fact.
Just implicated.
That is a fact. I'm telling you, that is a fact. And if we need to organize all these cities, then we must securitize the governance above the police.
This discussion to Nairobi alone.
And when you look at...
We're talking about a chaotic police service.
Yes, before we get to the police, let us deal with how do we organize security of the city. It cannot be left only to the police. The Constitution and the legislation allows for enforcement officers. Instead of having these goons being goons in other formats, I think all the cities should have a special arrangement to ensure that there is a strong security system to protect the city during demonstration and other times, and that the city actually is orderly.
I get the feeling that we are giving this
because we need to use.
We're not giving it the proper justice it deserves.
Not what you want.
Because we just want to focus on Nairobi alone. I'm talking about a chaotic police service whose boss sits in the National Security Council.